Let me give the opening prayer. Then, okay. So let us humble ourselves. Almighty God, we want to thank you for this session that we are having, and we want to thank you for all the teachers who have joined. Oh Lord, we pray that you come and be with us during this session. Open our minds, open our thoughts. May your spirit be with us and give us ideas that we can share with the teachers through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Yeah, so colleagues, we are having our session today, and we are concluding Unit 1.4, and our presenter, Mr. Emorut, is ready. So last week, the other week, we had covered from 1.4.1 up to 1.4.4, and we are going to be starting from there to continue and conclude this unit on cloud, online collaboration, social media, and AI. So we are going to be focusing mainly on social media and AI, because last week we looked at the cloud and online collaboration, which was the Google tools, the Google Forms, and all those tools, and how we can use them in teaching and learning. So, Ms. Emorut, you are welcome to take on the session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Rogers, and all the team and all the teachers who are on the call. I want to welcome all of you to today's session. So just like Rogers has said, we were unable to complete this particular module last time, and we are hopeful that today, during this session, we should be in position to complete the remaining items in this module. And specifically, we are going to concentrate on social media, and then we shall look at designing visual appealing graphics using a tool like Canva. And then we shall also look at data security. How can we protect the data that we store on the different online platforms or the different cloud storage platforms that we learned last time. And then we shall wind it up with the AI. And each of these sessions, we are going to try to do a demo, a practical activity that will just give us an insight on how or what we can do when we are working with maybe social media, and then designing, and then also AI. Now, we are talking about social media, and we are saying social media basically refers to the online platforms and the tools that allow users to create, share, and interact with content and connect with others globally. And the truth is, most of us on this call, we must be very good beneficiaries of these online platforms, and we utilize them. And as we utilize them to create, share, and then also interact with content, and then connect with other people in the whole world globally. However, for the purpose of this session, we have tried to categorize the different social media platforms that we usually utilize. We have tried to pick out those social media platforms which are good for professional development. As you can see, we have a platform like LinkedIn, and then we have another platform famously called Twitter, nowadays called X, and then also Facebook groups. When you utilize these three platforms, they provide features or they provide opportunities whereby you can be in a position to enhance your career. You can be able to learn something. You can be able to actually gain knowledge in your profession, and then you can add some value into yourself as far as your profession is concerned. So for a popular platform like LinkedIn, it is a very good professional platform whereby you can showcase your level of education. In case you've done a course maybe online, and you can actually link your online certifications to your profile. And who knows, as employers are looking for employees, they can learn onto your profile, and then they can be in position to hire you or to give you maybe a contract to deliver a specific service that meets what you are qualified for. So I would encourage most of us to purely utilize platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook groups for professional development. And then we also have some content sharing platforms. So I know we teachers, we can be in position to create digital content. We can be able to create, convert our lesson notes from being physical lesson notes to become physical lesson notes. We can be able to record videos. These days, we have devices like smartphones. We have, some people can even afford to buy simple cameras, and then you can be in position to record videos, and then you can be able to edit those videos very well, and then you can be in position to share those videos with your learners. So there are platforms, there are social media platforms which can enable you to be able to do that. And we have just cited out some examples like YouTube. We all know YouTube is a very popular platform which hosts thousands and thousands of educative videos. So even us as teachers, we can be able to create our own videos, of course, and then we should be able to create a YouTube channel and then upload those videos for our learners. And if you don't want even other people to consume them, you can make them to be unlisted videos. And then it is only your learners. In case maybe you are doing it as a business, maybe you are teaching a specific group of people, and you don't want those who have not yet paid you to access your videos. There's a way you can secure those videos by uploading them and setting the restriction, the visibility to be unlisted. In such a situation, it is only those people that you have shared with a link to those particular videos who can be able to access them. So we have another platform like Pinterest. You can actually utilize it also for sharing educational videos and also infographics. Now, I have here a question which is asking most of us who are on this call. I know the truth is most of us use social media, but I would be interested to hear from you. Which social media platforms do you use? And for which particular purpose do you use that social media platform? So we can have some members typing it on the chat, but I can also welcome about maybe 2 members to share their experiences. You can put your hand up and then we give you a chance to air out the social media platform that you use and for which particular purpose you use that social media platform. So you can raise your hand up and then we give you a chance to share your experience. Yeah, I can see Fred. Fred, go ahead and share your experience.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. I'm Fred Nenarach. First of all, I'm joining in from Chakatu Refugee Settlement in Jegegwa district. For me, the social media platform I've utilized properly of recent is the WhatsApp groups, because I'm studying online at the Victoria University, and we are able to do group discussions through WhatsApp groups. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fred, for sharing that. Indeed, what you have said is true. Many of us, as teachers, and even those who are studying, you can able utilize a WhatsApp group. maybe you are in a particular faculty and you have a certain topic that you want to discuss together. So you can utilize a WhatsApp platform, a WhatsApp group, and then members, you can discuss on a specific topic. But also bringing it down to our level as teachers. You might be teachers of a specific department, and you have something that you want to discuss as a department. You might be having a WhatsApp group with your learners, and there are specific areas that you would want to discuss with your learners. So a WhatsApp group would be a very good platform that you can utilize to give feedback to your learners as the discussion is going forward. So do we have any other member with a different opinion? Okay. So as you can see on your screen, there are very many platforms that we have. And you can see the number, like the number of the people who are utilizing those platforms. We have Facebook being the giant of all the social media platforms, followed by YouTube, followed by WhatsApp, followed by Instagram, TikTok, then we have Messenger, then we have LinkedIn and the rest of the platforms. However, as we utilize those platforms, there are some things or some precautions that we need to make sure we put into consideration. We have things to do with making sure that we put a distinction between our personal profiles and the professional profiles. So your personal profile or your personal account that you use on those social media platforms should be strictly different from the professional accounts, because if you keep on mixing the two, there are high chances that your personal life, some of us, our personal life does not reflect our professional life. So if you know that your personal life would not reflect your profession as a teacher, it would be very advisable that things to do with your personal life, you post them on your personal accounts. And make sure that you try to make those personal accounts to be unique or restricted or private in such a way that not many people in your network can access them. Because trust me, the people in your network, the people who are beneficiaries of your professional service that you extend to the public, they will try to investigate how you run your personal life, and there are high chances that in case you mess up always in your personal life, maybe, for example, teachers are supposed to be people of great reputation. There are certain do's and don'ts which we as teachers are supposed to follow. Things to do with maybe boozing, things to do with a certain funny way of dressing. Your dressing code, there is a way it has to be unique when you are posting your personal life online. So in other words, I would encourage you teachers on the call to make sure that whatever you post on your social media platforms, it has to be a very, 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 you should be in a position to make sure that it does not bring in questions. It does not pose a lot of questions. It does not depict negative impact on your profession. And then we should ensure that our student safety, we should make sure that our students are safe, however much we go on adding them to these different platforms where we hope to engage them. Things to do with WhatsApp groups, things to do with those private platforms where we expect to carry out discussions, where we expect to share the learning materials. We have to make sure that student safety is highly put into considerations. And then you should also mind about following your school's social media policies. Schools have policies when it comes to using these online platforms. So you should be in a position to follow what your school social media policy talks about. And then you should be able to promote, as a teacher, as an educator, you should be able to promote responsible and ethical social media use among students. You are supposed to be the one to guide the learners on the right way, the best practices that they should follow while utilizing these social media platforms. Because these days, children are also on social media. But you, as the educator, you should be at the pivot of guiding them and maybe mentoring them on the best practices that they should follow as they utilize those social media platforms. So that has been social media. We have talked about it. Now, the other thing that we want to talk about is designing visually appealing graphics and presentations with Canva. Of course, on these social media platforms, we aim at sharing maybe teaching or learning materials or resources. But also, we can utilize these very social media platforms to market our services, to market ourselves as teachers, to market our schools. And now, one of the tools that you can use for marketing is maybe using a graphic or using a presentation. So you can design a graphic, you can design something that is attractive, and then you can push it to those social media platforms, and then people get to know your services that you provide as a person or as a teacher, and then people get to know more about it in the schools where you work from. So this tool called Canva can ably help us to design or to come up with those graphics that we can utilize to market ourselves or even to market our schools or our businesses. So Canva is basically an online tool for creating professionally quality designs. So when you use that tool, you can be able to come up with something with graphics which looks professionally and which looks professional, and it is of quality. And then when we use Canva to create engaging lesson visuals, we can be in position to capture the attention of the learners that we are teaching. We all know if you create maybe lesson materials without putting in things which are attractive, without putting in maybe pictures, that teaching or learning material may not capture the attention of the learners. But with the help of Canva, you can be able to create very engaging lesson visuals. You can be able to create infographics. You can be even in position to create posters. And then you can be able to create school programs, or you can even create adverts. And I'm seeing now, like a season like this one, in December, January, very many posters are going to be circulating online when schools are marketing. People are marketing. Every school is trying to reach out to the audience that is available online. So with Canva, you can create a free personal account, and you can go to this link called canva.com, and then you can sign up also for a pro Canva account for education purposes at canva.com/education. So later on during this very session, we shall have colleagues. We have colleagues ready, and they are going to do a practical demo activity on how you can come up with a very attractive design or graphics using that tool called Canva. So up next, we are looking at now that we have created, after creating maybe content, after creating graphics, after creating materials, then we are now looking at sharing that material. Why is it important to share your work and ideas online? So, and we are looking at publishing and sharing content online. And when we are using different platforms like blogs, e-portfolios, and also websites, those are just some of the examples of platforms whereby we as individual teachers or schools can be in a position to publish and share content online. So we have a question here which is asking, why is it important to share your work and ideas online? Maybe I would want to hear from members again. Why do you think it is important to share your content or ideas online? I can maybe give an opportunity to 2 members. If you can put your hand up and share what you think, why it is important to share content online. So you can put your hand up and then we give you a chance to do so. Any member?
Mr. Morut,
Yes, please.
this picture which I'm seeing here on this laptop, there's a teacher, is called Angoda Emmanuel, and he is a teacher at Leader Town College. But from time immemorial, he has a blog. It is a website, a blog. It's called when you go to Google and search, you will see it, angodaemmanuel.wordpress.com. He keeps writing articles from his classroom, and even now here, this article you had written about Pujab. You remember there are some students who have finished senior 6, they want to fill in Pujab. Maybe they have gone home and they need to interact with their parents. So writing an article is something that would be, because not every time that learners are within the classroom, but learners are increasingly having access to internet. So if the internet, they only read other people's websites, they can also read something from you. Maybe that's what I would say on my end. But other members can also share. So back to you, Mr. Morut.
Okay, thank you, Rogers, for that. Indeed. So ideally, sharing information online is important because it makes the public to benefit from or the knowledge that you have. Like this very teacher Angonda Emmanuel. Now, some learners who are challenged or on issues to do with the Pujab forms, they get the guideline from just his article. So, there was a teacher Buse, you had put your hand up and then again you lowered it. I don't know whether you can still share. Mr. Dise? Okay, so I think Mr. Dise is unable to speak. Okay, so publishing content online increases collaboration and also access to educational materials.
Yeah, it's unmuted actually.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Dise? Yes.
Yes, Semolotu. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening. Yeah, my question is, the provision of this canvas, it may cost me like how much and how best can I access it?
Okay, you will get a response later
Okay.
on during as they will be giving the demo, you'll be shown
Okay.
those details. Okay, we can now continue. So publishing content online, we've said it increases collaboration and also access to educational materials. So you've just seen like this gentleman, Mr. Angoda, because he posts content online, he posts articles of different topics online. Trust me, there are very many people who are looking for knowledge about those particular topics or those articles that this teacher shares online. And because he's able to share them, he's able to publish them online, those people who are challenged, those people who are seeking for that help, they become beneficiaries. And also, us as Sharebility, we have a digital library, but that digital library involves publishing content online. We get a lot of resources and then we upload them on the digital library, and because we have uploaded it, those materials online, you realize that access to educational materials becomes very easy. So it is really very good. It is a very good practice to be able to publish what you know online, because people get to know about you, but also you solve challenges, you solve problems which very many people are facing, whereby some of them are lacking maybe some resources, some of them are challenged and they need guidance in specific things that they are doing. So I would encourage all of us teachers here who are on this call to begin to embark on sharing content online, publishing, writing, tell your story online. Let the world get to know what you know and what you are doing online. So sharing content online builds professional presence and inspires others. So you see, as we teachers, as the more we keep on sharing content online, the more we keep on sharing materials online, the more the world gets to know that we are teachers of relevance. We are reasonable teachers, and we are teachers who are knowledgeable, and we are teachers who are resourceful. But no one will get to know you if you do not share what you have or what you know online. So sharing content online builds your professional presence. And I am telling you where we are heading to. Future employers, time will reach whereby before even they hire you, they first take time to research about you online. They put your name on Google, and then they ask, and then they try to scan through and see what does Google say about you. Does Google show you as a resourceful person? Have you shared something resourceful? Are you really that good? Are you really that good teacher? Are you really that resourceful teacher? So of course we can showcase that by pushing content or publishing content online. So I would encourage fellow teachers on this call, let's embark on it. Let's write articles about specific topics. Later on, Mr. Rogers will be showing us very vital tools which can help us to generate content, to generate articles, and then also to be able to get that very content and we publish it online. So as we are sharing, we have blogs, we have websites, and then we have e-portfolios. And we are saying, Rogers, kindly help me and mute some of the
Okay.
members who are speaking in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
we are saying
anybody?
blogs are great. So we are now looking at these three platforms. We have blogs, websites, and then e-portfolios. The first one we are talking about is blogs. These are great for reflecting on teaching practices and sharing insights. And these blogs are very good in such a way that you can utilize them to talk about specific maybe areas, also sharing or reflecting about specific teaching practices that you do, sharing insights, your insights, sharing the knowledge that you have about specific maybe learning areas that you have really done much research about. So if you're a teacher of science, research about, make some articles, write about some topics that you are very knowledgeable about, and then let the world get to know that you are really a good teacher of science. So you can utilize the blogs, and the beauty is there are even free blogging platforms that you can utilize. And also later on during this very session, we shall try to show you how to create a free blog, and then you also share articles on those free blogs. Then we also have websites. which can be really very good for centralizing resources, announcements, and digital content. So as teachers, you can also create your personal website, and then you can keep on uploading content on your personal website. But also as a school can have a website, and then on that very website, a page can be created where announcements can be posted. Rather than every time making phone calls to parents, you can just post an announcement on the school blog page, and then all the parents read about what you're announcing, always about the school events, about the upcoming activities, and they get to know what is happening at schools. So as teachers, we can utilize websites, but also schools, we should be in a position to utilize websites. And also, we still utilize these websites. The schools can be able to upload digital content. There are things to do with homework. Instead of printing work for the learners, you can just type the homework, upload it on the school website, and then each learner downloads it using a smartphone from wherever he or she is. And then we also have e-portfolios. These are very good for showcasing the students' projects and achievements. In case there are projects in your school and you want the world to get to know, you want the world to see what the children are doing in your schools, I would encourage you to embark on having these portfolios in order for you to tell the story about the achievements of what your learners are doing as a school. So we have examples of tools for blogs, websites, and the e-portfolios. For blogs, we have picked out two. We have a tool called Blogger, and then another tool called Medium. When it comes to Blogger is a simple, free option for beginners powered by Google. So if you have a Google account, you are already good to go in order for you to set up a Blogger account, and then you start blogging about something that you want to write about. Then another one is Medium, which is ideal for storytelling and reflecting blogging with a broad audience. So you can, for the beginning, you can opt to have an account with Blogger, and then begin on the journey of blogging, and then you become a blogger, and of course the world gets to know about you. But also later on, you can embark on having an account with Medium, and then begin telling your story as a teacher of science, maybe a teacher of SST, a teacher of English, a teacher of physics. And then when it comes to websites, we have the popular website platform called WordPress, which is very good for both blogs and also complex websites. So with the WordPress, you can be able to create a website and then also utilize that very website for blogging, but also utilize that very website for doing other website functionalities. Then another one is called Weebly, which has a very user-friendly and good, which is very user-friendly and also good for simple websites. Then we also have Google Sites, which is perfect for creating basic websites for sharing educational resources, and it is also powered by Google. So if you have a Google account, you're already good to go to have a Google site at your disposal. Then when it comes to e-portfolios, we have a platform or a tool called CISO, which is great for student-focused e-portfolios with multimedia support. We also have Mahara, a dedicated e-portfolio platform for educators and learners. So I would encourage you members on the call to embark on at least having an account maybe on each of these platforms, and then try to experience, try to see how the platforms are operating, and then also look for maybe tutorials or resources that can help you to learn more about those platforms. But what I can assure you is those platforms are very simple. You can even learn by yourself as you use them. So we are now going to break this session to now practical demos. And I think I am going to welcome Mr. Michael. Is going to give us a demonstration on how to use Canva for creating visually appealing graphics, creating graphics like posters. You can see there is a poster here. It is for Bright Primary School. So with Canva, you can be in a position to come up with a poster of this kind. However, as you are using Canva, there are also design tips here that we are given, like keeping the design simple and focused to avoid clutter. So as you see a design like this one, this poster, it is simple and it has little text, and it is really communicating, and it is very easy for somebody to understand what it is talking about. So as you embark on using Canva as a teacher, you should mind about it as one of the design tips that you should consider as a teacher. And then use consistent colors, fonts, and layouts for professional look. It is not advisable for you to use different colors here, use different colors on another artwork like that. It's better you make a choice of maybe your theme colors. As a school, you should have specific colors that you use as a school, not using all the colors we have in this world. But you make sure you are consistent on the colors that you use, also the fonts, and then also the layout of your artwork. And then use readable fonts. Avoid using calligraphic fonts, those fonts which give people a lot of hard time to read. And consider sufficient contrast for accessibility or visibility. As you can see, a poster like this one, the designer was minding about the contrast issues. That's why you are seeing that we can ably read this text clearly, and the text and the background, they are not competing, because the person who designed was mindful about the contrast. The person wanted people to be able, the viewers to be able to read the information that the poster is portraying. And then design impactful presentations with ready-to-use templates. Canva, the beauty with Canva, it has even templates which are already made by people who are already good at designing. So if you are not good at designing, you can work with templates which are already created from there. Then you just modify them, you edit them, and then you can be able to export as your custom artwork. And then add charts, diagrams, and also custom illustrations to make the content more understandable. Avoid having a lot of text on your artwork or on your posters. Make it look attractive by having diagrams, having illustrations, such that people who are viewing can be attracted to the artwork, but also can be in a position to understand the importance of that artwork or the purpose as to why it was created. Then collaborate with colleagues by sharing editable Canva projects. So in case there is something that you would want to work with as a team, you should be able to collaborate. Last time we talked about collaboration, whereby you can be able to work with as a team. And then save and export designs in various formats, including PDF and also PNG. Yeah, I think that is it for now. Now, let me invite Mr. Michael to take us through with just a simple demo or activity showing us how he came up with this graphic that we are seeing here. So, Mr. Michael, are you on? Mr. Michael?
Yes, Mr. Emlut.
Okay, I think you can now share your screen, and then
Okay, then I think I'm very audible enough.
Through. Yes, yes.
Okay. So good evening, members. I'm here to do a simple demo about Canva. That is a designing tool, and okay, just a small one. So we are going to do a simple design in Canva. I know we may be time bad, but allow me to do a simple design here with you, such that we see how we navigate through Canva. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to open up my browser here. When you open up the browser, you are going to type in Canva, as Mr. Emrut said. So when you type in Canva, it will load a page of this nature. And up here we have Canva Visual Suite for everyone, free template, Pro, and then others. So you can see even here, we have a logo for Canva. So I request you to always click the first link here. Once you click this link, it will open. It is loading. It is loading. It's going to open, members. So as it is loading, we know that Canva, it is having two versions. It has the free one and the paid version, and it is done online. So when you're going to use Canva, make sure that you are online. So everything is going to be done online. So you have to be having data, and then you proceed. So the interface looks like this for Canva, as you can see here. So they'll even give you here a question, what will you design today? And then it has very many options here. You can see here we have the home project. Maybe you have some projects you have designed. So you can view them from here. Then we have the templates. And then we have the brand. We have here apps and other things, as you are going to see. So I'm going to be a bit quick, and I do a simple design. So we have here the search engine under Canva. So we are going today to design a simple flyer for a sports day event for a certain school. You may be having a school, you want maybe to do an invitation flyer for your parents. Maybe it is anything. It can be the visitation day, it can be breaking off for holidays flyer, and among others. And then when you check here down still, we have different parts. For example, education, social media, presentation, whiteboard, documents, website, and very many others. So a lot of things which Canva does, but today we are concentrating on a flyer. So I'm going to design a flyer for soccer of a certain school. Maybe your school is having a games day. So I want to search here for a simple template. We are going to use a template. So you can see here, a lot of designs have been displayed. You can see when you scroll through this. Now, I want to tell you something small. When you are dealing with these templates, however much they are templates, but also they have limit. There are those templates which are paid and those ones which are free. So how do we know that this template is paid? When you look at these templates here, like this one, down here it has something like a crown with the word pro. So when you look at this one, it means is a paid one and is having premium template. Meaning to use such a template, you are supposed to pay first. Then when I check this one, it has no that kind of crown on it, meaning I can go with that one. However, you have a choice to pick whichever you want. So if I use this one, I'm going to click in it. It will open. And once it open, it will enable me now to do a kind of edit. So they are telling me here, customize this template. So I'm going to click in customize this template, and it will allow me to do the editing I want, to enter into my message I want to give out to the public, and then I'll be good to go. So it is loading the way you can see now. So once it loads like this, the page is not yet fully complete in, okay, yeah, it is now kind of displaying. So as it is completing to display, we have different areas. When you look at this one, it is a box here, there is a box here, there's kind of a box, meaning all these are now editable parts of this flyer. So what we are going to do, we need to get the name of the school. We shall have the logo of the school and then the content itself. So I'm going to create a school here. So if you want to edit this, you click into that text which you want to edit. Once you double click, it will highlight, and I'll put here now, maybe Bright Primary School. Maybe it is the name of my school. Now, when you look at this one, the fonts look to be a bit smaller and, not looking clear. I can easily bring my cursor here. Once you see this extreme end, when the cursor is pointing in two ways, you can now long press and scroll to enlarge this. So
Yes.
here it is my logo. I'm going to carry it somewhere here. Now I can come in the corners and make it a bit small to make sure that it fits where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to come to this one. And at this one, we talked of a sports kind of gala. Now I'm going to put here sports day event. That is the subject of my flyer. So sports day, and then here, event. There we go. In case you want maybe to change the font and everything, still you can click into this, and then you come here where you see this. Good enough. Once you put the cursor, it will tell you what you want to do. So these are the fonts. You can go there and maybe change the font of your choice. So I'll come here maybe where we have maybe the dates. I can just sample here and I say maybe 31st. And then here which month? I can say maybe December. And then I can come here. I remove this and I put maybe we invite all of these maybe and Oggies. So from here, we have here the venue. I can click here and put the venue where maybe my event is going to take place. So I can say maybe our sports arena. There we go. So maybe I don't want this one down. I can easily remove that one. We are supposed maybe to give them the time when the event is going to start. I remove that. I can put here now time. And then down below time, I can now say I'm putting here, maybe the event is starting at 9 a.m. to maybe 4 p.m. And then here, I don't also want this. What else can I say maybe I want to put here? Remember, this is maybe a school's kind of event. So what I can say, I'm going to make it a free entry, meaning since we are inviting our hobbies and Oggies, we're making it a free entry because it is looking so small and it can, I'm going to increase the font. So what I'll do, I'll select that and increase the font the way you can see to make sure that someone can easily read this and know that maybe the event is at a free cost. Sorry. Anyway, let me just do this. And just a moment. Free. Okay, so I'm increasing here the font somehow. Maybe I want it to be bold. I can come here where you see the letter B and I bold it. So it is a bit bold and it is now visible. So once you click on the share button here, you get something of this nature where you download this flyer from. So when you download this flyer, it will bring you here the option of download and click on download. And then it is down here. It is still synchronizing here something small. And then after, it will start the download. So you can see, so my flyer is downloading. And after downloading, I'll be able to share it with the other members in WhatsApp group, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, and the other platform. So members, that's how you can play around with the Canva. It's all about practicing and maybe having the love of what you're doing. So back to you, Mr. Rogers and Mr. Emrut. My flyer is down here. It is done with the downloading and it is ready now to be shared in the group. I'll be also sharing this in our WhatsApp group to see part of what we have done. Thank you, Mr. Emrut.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael, for that demonstration. I trust that members have really seen how you have done it. And I will still implore members to sign up for an account and then keep on trying to practice. Now, somebody, member earlier on asked about the pro version of Canva, and right here you can see the pricing. So it is around $7.50. That is for one person, and this money is paid per month. So I think that one has been answered also.
And Mr. Morut,
Yes, please.
for schools, if your school is, you can apply, and there are some services that are given free for education. Like Canva gives Canva for education. You will get the pro version for free, and even it is Google Workspace for education. All you need is your school to be registered, and you have a website, .edu, like .sco.ug kind of domain, and email, maybe info at maybe kampalass.ac.ug, something like that. So you can apply using a school email, and then you put in your school website. And then you in case they ask you to upload something to prove that your school is a registered school, you upload it, and they will give you free Canva for education. And also there's also Canva for non-profits. If you have an NGO, you can still apply and they give you for free without paying. The same thing applies to Google Workspace. And these are some of the services as Sharebility that we offer to schools. If you want to have free Google emails and also free Canva, free Microsoft, there are some tools we can be able to, well, if we work on like your website, we can also apply for some of those services so that you can utilize them as a school. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rogers. So, Rogers, I think I don't know how ready you are to give us a demo on AI and maybe sharing content online using the different
I know.
blogging platforms.
So are you seeing my screen?
It is started sharing.
Yes, Mr. Rogers, we're able to
Yeah,
see the screen.
yeah, it
Okay.
is now there.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Emerald, you had talked about a blog, and you had actually talked about these examples of blogs, Blogger, WordPress, Google Sites. So we have been actually handling some of these, and we encourage teachers to utilize them. Today, I'm going to do a simple demo using Blogger, which is a simple tool with Google. Yeah, but before I do that, let me just quickly go through these slides. There was something to do with AI, which is 1.4.9, where we're talking about AI. Before I also do a demo. So AI is artificial intelligence, and we all define AI as these are technologies that enable computers to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. So if something is people who are supposed to do it, but the computer is able to do, like we normally have robotics and what, then that will be AI. But now these days we have got a new kind of AI called generative AI, which helps us as teachers to create content. There are some uses here, can create content. Like personally, I've used it to create a lesson plan. I can give it like the lesson plan of NCDC, the lesson format plan, that Word document showing how the lesson plan or a scheme of work is supposed to be. And then I also give it the syllabus, and then I tell it to scheme for me. So long as I've trained it, it will be able to scheme and divide those content on the syllabus into 12 weeks. And then I just edit. It can be able to generate for me notes. It can be able to generate anything, whatever I guide it. It can help me to organize a lesson. It can be able to help me prepare a project. These days in new curriculum, we need to have project work. It can be able to help me to improve, to proofread. It can detect even plagiarism or fraud, whatever you want. There are many AI tools. It cannot automate administrative tasks. You can tell it to do for you anything. You can train it as well. So it can be able to help you to do a lot of things. And personally, I've been using AI and all of us have been using AI, but sometimes we don't even know. Even our smartphone there, it has AI on it. Different apps have AI in them. They have recommendations, they have auto completions, all that can be AI. So one thing that we want to emphasize here, and the last point here, is that combine AI generated the content with the teacher expertise for accuracy and relevance and alignment with the curriculum. Don't just ask AI to just give you things and then you just copy and paste in students' notes. You need to also know that you are a trained teacher. You are the professional. So you should be able to guide AI to give you the best and make sure that AI is giving you what is correct. So read through and try and make sure that you guide it to give you the best of what you need. And there are very many AI tools. Many of us just know ChatGPT. ChatGPT is common because it's a chatbot. There are many other tools like ChatGPT, like Gemini, and there's Microsoft Copilot. But also there are other tools for doing other things. We have been looking at Canva. Canva also has some AI in it. It can these days automatically remove background. It can do some things. You can even ask it to generate images using the imaging feature. We have AI tools that can do slides, that can do quizzes. There are very many AIs. When you go on the internet and search AI tools, you will find even 100. Here we have just highlighted a few of them. And the other thing that AI can do, AI can also do what we call grading. One of the things that you will know is that grading learners, like marking, is one of the hardest things that for me I find in education. And sometimes you have a lot of scripts and you have to assess these learners. So if your school has embraced EduTech and learners are having, maybe there are some tablets or something like that, you can be able to set auto marking quizzes. Even Google Forms has a way you can set it to mark quizzes automatically. But also we have other tools which don't only mark quizzes, but they can mark even essays and many tools. There is an article here which is having best 31 grading tools to enhance classroom efficiency. And if you open this article, when I'm doing a demonstration, I will open it. It has tools like marking.ai and others. You can upload an assignment, you upload the marking guide, and then you upload the student's assignment. It will give them 40%, 70% within a second. And this will be able to be more efficient, consistent. There's no bias, and you can be able to save time in this 21st century. But also there are other intelligent systems, chat box, learning analytics, and many other things that AI can help us when it comes to that. So this unit, really members, is big. This is the where it is supposed to end on that on that particular part of AI. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly, just as to wrap up the session, I'm going to do some little demo on this. I'm going to use an AI tool. I'm going to use ChatGPT, and then I use it to create some content, and then I use that content, I publish it on a blog, which is Blogger. And those are the two things that I'm supposed to demonstrate at this time. So I'll be very fast because of time, and I hope members will be able to bear with me, but I'm going to be very, very, very fast as I mentioned. So okay, so let me share my screen once again quickly. So we are in the 21st century and AI is here, and we need to use it to become smarter as teachers. Miss Emerald, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, Rogers, I can see your
Yes,
chat
Mr. Rogers, we can see the screen.
Okay, thank you. So I said AI is in many forms, but ChatGPT is a very common way, and I've shared other tools there in the slides. I may not go to all those tools, but there are very many tools of AI in education when you are to search about them. Now, ChatGPT, how can you use it as a teacher? That is a simple question. So when you go to ChatGPT, you'll find that it has, these days there's something called GPTs. So when you click on GPTs, you'll find a category for education. And in this category for education, you'll find some custom GPTs that have been created, which can be able to do many things like math solver, like what. These ones can help learners also to have personalized learning. They can be able to chat with AI. You can actually take a photo of a mathematics number and it will solve for you the number. You can take a photo of a, now like this one here is math solver. I can be able to chat with it, and I may use this or I may not use, I may use something else. And then I tell it to graph the function y is equal to x plus 3 and explain its meaning. So here it is trying to do, it can help me to create content in this regard as I need. So it is trying to do an analysis, and then it's going to graph for me. So as you can see, it has finished doing the graph, and then it is explaining the graph. But one thing that I also want to tell members that these days AI allows you to upload, especially if you have the plus version. The free version limits you. It allows you to use a few instances of the AI. So you can upload a picture taken with your camera. You can install the ChatGPT app on your phone and just take a picture of a Unebu number, and it will do it it will draw very well the mathematics and everything. Personally, I'm doing education at university, a PGD, but there are some, I'm doing mathematics and ICT. So I've been using this to help me in revision of some of the things that the question, some of the questions have complex numbers and everything. So I can use it to help me in my revision. AI can help learners. They can just simply ask a question. They can ask it to generate an image. You can ask it to create an activity of integration. I have this example of I think I put these activities of integration. I don't know, activities of integration ICT. Okay, so all these activities I created them using ChatGPT. I was just giving it the notes of a given chapter, like introduction to ICT. Then I tell it to generate for me this image because I wanted the featured image, which the new curriculum was saying, as you're writing an activity of integration, you also need a support material. So I could put in a scenario like this one, and then I say, this is a scenario. And even the scenario, it is the one which I gave it the notes of the chapter. And then I told it, give me a scenario and then give a featured image. So it was able to generate this kind of featured image. So where secondary school is planning to have a careers day to senior students about the importance of vocations. So the students, so this is a careers day, and then it generates for me an image showing this. So the question was about which ICTs are going to be used during this day, so that the hardware devices. So it also brings a scenario. It even puts there the hardware devices. So all activities, file management. This one was another one about tables. So it was able to generate for me this featured image. This image or support image from the scenario. This was a sports prefect, games prefect, and then he wants to draw the games table. So many things it was doing for me. So all I do is I just copy the picture, this scenario, and then I go inside, and then it can help me to generate the image which I need for that particular scenario. So I can come here and I say create image, visualizing the scenario. Now, when you are giving this kind of prompt, you need to even guide it on what you expect, because here it may give you vananga bazungu or something like that. Okay, so so you need to give it a prompt. Let me see. Let me first let me choose let me first go back and choose the other scenario, the very first scenario here. Okay, let me use this other scenario here. Even the other one can work, but you have to prompt it more. Even this one, let me use this other scenario here. So okay, so I have this okay, so so okay, so ICTs, stock computers and projector visible in hall, okay. Then I say African school, because I want the children to be black. So you can try to give it a scenario, and then you can visualize. And by the way, there are many other AIs which have become even better than even this ChatGPT. They can give you almost a picture. He has finished. He has given me a scenario of a careers day. Mr. Muruta, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes, Rogers.
Yeah. So you can have, long ago I had to have someone to draw for me this, but the thing as really, it is showing the hardware here and what I can tell it to design something else. I told it African school, so it has given me an African school. So basically, you can ask ChatGPT to do for you set for me objective questions. If I wanted objective questions, objective over a quiz, okay? For me, a quiz, multi-choice, okay? On HTML, for example. Maybe I'm teaching learners about HTML and I just want to give them a classroom activity for them to learn in class, because these days objectives are not part of the assessment. They are not in the activity of integration. They are not in end of cycle, but they can be a class activity for learners to discuss and understand. So it has set for me objectives and they are very good. I can even tell it to give me a scoring guide, okay? And it can do many things. So AI can help us to create content. We can create images, even videos. Even you go to GPTs, we have GPTs that can create video. We have many things that can be done and people are using them to make money. So I'm going to end there. You can upload a PDF, ask it questions, it can summarize videos. There are very many GPTs here. So we need to utilize AI to make us smarter. Now I'm going to finalize this demo with ChatGPT by writing a blog. I'm going to tell it, I have opened, I want to open up a teacher blog. Okay, I am Rogers Kalele. I teach math and ICT. Okay, suggest some blog article titles. So if I want to titles, okay. So remember, if you are to do a blog, you need to be consistent. Like every week, you need to be pushing out an article, if possible. And you can feed this thing with what you want. You can tell it is particular topics and guide it about your school and your curriculum and what you are teaching and personalize it to Uganda. You can give it those hints. But if you don't, it will give you generic information. So he has given me an articles here. Creative ways to teach algebra. How to integrate coding in math lessons. Power of data analysis. So it has just given me some things what it thought about. So now I'm going to tell it to write for me safe so now I'm going to tell it, okay, write for me this article in the context of Uganda. Now I'm telling it to give me in the context of Uganda so that it can personalize it in a good way. So it has now said mathematics has been regarded as the most challenging subject in Uganda. Many countries embracing technology in the classroom, gamifying math lessons, hands-on. So it has given me things that I can do to make sure mathematics is taught in a good way. So I want to publish this article. I would get this article and I just share it on the WhatsApp group, in the WhatsApp group of my other math teachers. But WhatsApp is temporary. After 1 month, no one will see that you made that article. And Google cannot search. No one can give you credit. People will forward your article, they will edit and they will take it that it is theirs. So the best thing that you can do if you are to share kind of content is to create a blog. And it is very easy to create a blog. So I'm going to come here and I click on Blogger. Blogger is among other tools you will find here. So there is Blogger. There is also another one called Google Sites. Google Sites is also somewhere among these tools. So you can actually click on more from Google Workspace if you want to find more. You'll find Blogger, you'll find Google Sites, you can use them. So let me just click on Blogger. Blogger is here. You can click on Blogger or you can just search about it on Google and say Blogger. So it is going to tell you to create your blog and sign in. So I'm going to click on create my blog. Then it is going to tell me to sign in. So let me sign in with this email. And then Okay, so it's going to tell me to sign in. Let me hope it's going to sign in very fast. And I will be there. So the first time, if you have not yet created any blog, it is going to ask you to choose the name of your blog. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call it Mukalere's math blog. Or I can, if I don't want to customize it, call it Mukalere's math blog. You can give it a unique name. Educator or Master Mukalere. You can call it anything. You can even just call it Mukalere Rogers. You can call it digital. I can even call it new curriculum teacher. Maybe I want to be talking about a new curriculum. It is something that is on my head. I can call it new curriculum teacher in Uganda. And then I start writing my article. So then I can give it a URL. What is the URL? So you can give it, you can even just call it your name, Mukalere Rogers, Mukalere teacher, Master Rogers, or whatever you want to call yourself, you can put it there. Some of us have nicknames. So the username, the website URL, make sure you give it a simple to remember URL. So I'm going to call it, let me call it teacher Mokalele. Okay, so .blogspot.com. So it's going to say that it is there. So then I'm going to say, what is your display name? I'm going to say teacher Mokalele. So let me just do that and then I say finish. Students can also create blogs as a project. Learners can do a blog for their geography class, and then they can do a blog about environment, and learners can do a blog in CRE, and it is a real project for marking for UNEP, whereby they are going to put content about learning and everything. So with this blog, once you create it, you are able to go ahead and publish an article immediately. So I'm just going to come here after I've created, I'm going to say new post. Then I can come here and I put the article which I had written in ChatGPT. And then I can be able to copy the heading, I put it up, okay? Then you also need to put a featured image. A featured image is something that is going to help you to put an image around. So I'm going to get my title search and I see if I can say math education. So math education, how can I transform math education? So I can be able to get this, okay? So I can save this as my image and I will be able to have this. We said using a blog makes you a consultant in subject matter. It inspires other people. You can have a blog whereby you keep sharing some of your resources, some of the marking guides, you can be writing about a particular thing that you want to be writing about. So you can upload a photo. I can see here, there is no way of me putting a photo. So let me just put it at the top here. So I'm going to say insert image. I upload it from computer and then I'll be able to select my image from my computer. So I'm going to select this. So it's going to be able to put for me the image there. I can be able to make the image, I can make it large. I can make it, so there's a way of making this image. I can say extra large. I can say original, and I have my image there. I can edit. I can upload other things. I can upload a video. I can upload other materials via Drive, and I link them here on my website. Then I can be able to publish, and then I confirm. So it is going to publish my article, and I can be able to share this article, the link. I can share the link. So I'm very glad members are still on the call. I've shared my link. And as you can see, the link that I have shared is the link is Teacher Mokalele So my blog title is New Curriculum Teacher in Uganda, and today's article is about transforming math education. And this is a complete website, and there is an article there. So instead of me sharing the text in the WordPress site, in the WhatsApp group, I will share the link. I will only share the link. And maybe as I conclude, Ms. Emorut, is you can be able to change the look of your website if you don't want it to look like this. You can go to Blogger under settings of your blog. Under settings, you can be able to you can change the theme. If you want your blog to look in a different way, there are very many themes here. So you can choose any design that you are interested in. You may be interested in this kind of design. So they have some good number of designs that are there. So I can select this one and I say, this is the design that I want. And the other thing, so when you apply, then the other thing you can do is you can change you can collaborate. You can go to where there is settings here. You can add other teachers. You can create a blog for maybe you are the patron of the Writers Club at school, and you want your learners, the articles they write, to be published. So if you have internet, you can invite those learners. You put their emails here. So you can invite them and put their emails. So that once you put their emails, once you put their emails like this, it will send them an invitation. So they will be able to also access this via their blogger. They will be able to access. So you can send them the invitations. They will receive an invite. Then they will be able to, all of them, Writers Club, instead of just putting the articles on the notice board at the school. That is the 1990. We are in 2004. Let learners, Writers Club, let them be writing and publishing their articles on the internet so that other learners in other schools can see the articles they are writing. So they can have a website. This is now a website, and I'm able to publish my content. So personally, I have a blog called Aramukalele. If you go online, if you search for aramukalele.blogspot.com, I created this article way back when I was still teaching at Ginger College, I think. And I've been writing articles there, and people, you see, I wrote an article here about challenges of community education, and this blog of mine even makes some money now. It has been monetized. I integrated what you call AdSense. If you are consistent in writing your articles, you can be getting. Then people come, as you write the articles, you can get some people like Geraldine here came, and he wrote a comment after reading my article. So you can be able to be writing various articles, and the blog that you do can even make you to earn in the long run. So you can be writing articles and then you publish them on your website, and you'll be able to have your blog and your online presence. So I want to thank you very much. So Ms. Emorotu, that is what I had, and I want to encourage members to be using, to be writing, publishing information on online. And from the blog, you can now upgrade and make a website, a complete website. Like I have my website, mukalele.net, which I upgraded on. But the blog is also still there. I also have the website. The website, I did it using WordPress, and that one is now another level. Yeah. So basically, I can stop there on what I wanted to share regarding AI and social media. So, Ms. Emorut, you can conclude, and we can end the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Rogers, for sharing more about AI and the online publishing. So I've seen time has moved so much, but maybe just my final remarks to you members. Today we have looked at social media, we have looked at designing using Canva, we have looked at AI and sharing content online using blogs, websites, and e-portfolios. So I'm now going to request you members to check out the Google Classroom later on. We are going to be uploading the slides and any other resources that are connected to this session that we have successfully completed. And maybe about social media, something I didn't air out is we have to be very careful as educators. Social media, when you use social media, you leave a certain footprint. And as a teacher, it is very, very what your digital footprint looks like. So whatever you remember, whatever it shows, it tells a story about you. It tells something about you. So your social media can be the first impression to your network and your next employer. And I'm going to request that you be very careful. Whatever you post online, it remains there permanent, as long as it has been accessed by some people. So let us be very careful. Let us mind about what we post online, because it can even make you to be hired or even fired at your place of work. So next week, we shall be looking at the next unit, and that is going to be talking about digital safety. So we shall look at digital safety, that introduction to digital safety and its importance in education, understanding and preventing virus infections on our devices, then addressing health issues. So thank you very much for being very, very good audience, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session. So members, Rogers and the entire team, anybody with maybe parting shots as we come to the close? It is already 10.
Yeah, I think that is all for today. We have really overshot. There was someone who had a hand. Would give that person a chance to give us the closing prayer, but the hand has gone down. So let me just ask Madam Najuma Julian, who is one of our facilitators. She's going to give us a closing prayer. Madam Najuma, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, you just conclude and then
Thank you. Thank you all members for joining in, and thank you for our presenters and facilitators for taking us through this session. It has been a wonderful and beneficial session. Let us pray. Everlasting Father, I want to appreciate you for today. We want to thank you for the mercies. We want to thank you for the guidance, for the protection, for the peace. We want to thank you for our teachers. We want to thank you for Sharebility. We want to thank you for Edify. And we want to thank you for everyone that has been able to join in. We pray that you may give us knowledge and wisdom to implement whatever we've been learned, so that we can push it to our learners. And may you give us grace to learn more and more and more and more. We pray for life, we pray for provision, guidance, and good health. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, members, and good night.